The American Eagle Embraer 145 is an aircraft that seemingly gets way too much attention on this channel, but as you can tell by the title of today's video, it won't receive as much moving forward. American's 145 fleet is operated by two smaller regional carriers, Piedmont Airlines and Envoy Air. Envoy Air is the focus of today's video since as of May 31st, the airline has retired the 145 from its fleet. What's to come after and other information regarding the retirement are points I'll cover today. So without any further delay, let's begin. So first of all, if you've been a longtime viewer of this channel, there are two things you definitely know about me. One, I've made way too many videos about the Embraer 145, and two, I've been making aviation news videos for almost 6 years now, which is really hard to believe. And while I plan to continue making such videos for as long as I can, I've recently been able to take my expertise in this area to the next level with a very valuable resource that I'll be sharing with you all today. Of course, I'm talking about none other than Aero Explorer. Aero Explorer is an aviation news and photography website where you can read multiple daily news articles covering aviation topics from every corner of the world. You can also upload your own aviation photos to the site. And one cool perk that's currently a work in progress is that photos you upload could potentially be sold to airlines and other news publications, with a majority of the cut going back to you. Aero Explorer is one of the most rapidly updating aviation websites, and there are lots of exciting new additions to come later in 2023 and 2024. I've been with Aero Explorer for a little over 2 months now writing articles. So far, I've written over 10 of them, including one about the Envoy 145s. It's been both lots of fun and a huge learning experience. And Aero Explorer is constantly looking to hire more writers, so if you're interested, check out the link in the description for some details regarding the writer position. Aero Explorer also has a newsletter that gets sent out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which includes the top headlines from the aviation industry and featured photos from the platform. The newsletter is read by thousands of aviation enthusiasts and even industry executives from organizations like Boeing, American Airlines, and Stanford University. So, what are you waiting for? Click the link below to sign up for the newsletter and stay up to date with the most popular aviation stories. May 31st, 2023 marked the end of Embraer 145 operations at Envoy Air. The final revenue service operated as Flight 4233 round trip from Chicago O'Hare to Wausau Central Wisconsin Regional Airport near Wausau, Wisconsin, thus ending over 20 years of 145 operations at Envoy Air, formerly known as the original American Eagle Airlines. The final flights were operated by aircraft registration November 933 Juliet November, and upon completion of the round-trip service, the plane was ferried to Abilene, Texas for retirement. So now with the 145 retired from Envoy Air, what comes next? Is this the end of 145 operations for American Airlines entirely? Well, not exactly. As mentioned earlier, Piedmont Airlines is the other, or now the only, regional carrier flying Embraer 145s for American Eagle. Some of the younger Envoy 145s will be transferred to Piedmont Airlines, joining the 58 other 145s currently in Piedmont's fleet, all of which formerly operated for Envoy. At the moment, Piedmont doesn't have any set retirement plans for their 145s because, in fact, it's these very planes that replaced Piedmont's Dash 8 Q100 and Q300 aircraft a few years ago. For the foreseeable future, Piedmont will continue operating Embraer 145s from American hubs in Charlotte and Philadelphia, with a small number of flights operating from Chicago as well. The 145s that don't get transferred to Piedmont will be sent to Marana, Arizona for storage, joining a large number of sister 140s and 145s already stored there. Some of these examples might get picked up by other airlines, like some former American E-140s that now operate for Contour Airlines. So even though some 145s are transferring to Piedmont, This doesn't mean that all cities that previously received Envoy 145 service will now start receiving Piedmont 145s, though there are some cities to which this applies. In most cases, these routes have either been upgauged to Envoy Air Embraer 170 and 175 service or handed over to regional carrier Air Wisconsin, who once again is operating American Eagle flights with the CRJ-200. In terms of amenities, the CRJ-200 is exactly the same as the 145, but instead of the 145's 1-2 cabin layout, the CRJ has a 2x2 layout. So why exactly has Envoy Air retired its 145 fleet? Well, simply put, Envoy is shifting to an all E170 and 175 fleet with 107 175s in the fleet and 20 170s with 7 more on the way. Compared to the 145, these planes are larger, more fuel efficient, and also boast amenities like first class, Wi-Fi, and power outlets, all of which were lacking on the 145s. Back when Envoy used to operate the 145 from their hubs in Chicago, Dallas, and Miami, many of these routes would be exceeding 2 hours in length. These days, flights of this duration should much rather have a premium cabin offering in addition to modern amenities like Wi-Fi and in-seat power, and that's an issue that Envoy has addressed. Nowadays, with the 145s being consolidated out of Charlotte, Philadelphia, and somewhat Chicago, most of the routes they operate now are anywhere between 25 minutes to 1 hour in flight time, with some exceptions. As of May 31st, here are the current Piedmont 145 routes from Chicago. Here are the ones from Charlotte, and here are the ones from Philadelphia. The current longest 145 routes in the American network are Philadelphia to Madison and Milwaukee in Wisconsin, both of which are around 1 hour 40 minutes in length. With Envoy retiring their 145 fleet, the number of 50-seat aircraft operating in American Airlines livery stands at 100 planes, with 60 145s at Piedmont and 40 CRJ-200s at Air Wisconsin. So the Embraer 145 isn't totally gone from American Airlines, there's just less of them flying around. Let me know what you think of this news in the comments below, especially your thoughts on CRJ-200s replacing the 145 on certain routes. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more exciting videos coming later this summer. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Take care, and goodbye.